Hello everyone. This is the first time I'm actually doing like an intro for my videos. I mean, like it's like my third video, so I think I should have kind of get like a bit of an intro. But my sinus is acting up a bit, that's why I do sound a bit weird. So don't mind my voice; it's a bit deeper than usual. But we are going to be just like having a little bit of a guide of the Bible. We can speak about the Bible as a whole, different sections in the Bible, different stories in the Bible, more or less how to read the Bible, and yeah, like a little bit of a guide if you are someone that is starting your faith and wants to understand the Bible. This video could help you. Yeah. So I have notes on my laptop. I have notes on my notepad. So we are just going to be looking everywhere. I'm not going to be focused on the camera a lot today. I apologize for that. But I have a lot of information for today's video, so my eyes gonna be everywhere. So there are a lot of versions of the Bible. There isn't just like one specific Bible that everyone can read. Lucky enough, there's more of like an easier versions of the Bible and more difficult version of the Bible. It depends on if you want to be challenged or not, or you just want like an easier read. There's options for you. So the more on the more difficult side, we have the King James Version, which is more difficult to read because it was old-fashioned language and its formal style. Then we have the New International Version, which is more readable and it's more suitable for everyday reading and studying. Then we have the New Translation Version. It focuses on the meaning rather than word-to-word translations, making it easy to read and understand. Then we have the New American Standard Bible. That is a mouthful. It's considered to be more challenging for some readers. Then we have the Good News Bible. Is Bible that I have, my first Bible. I would recommend this to anyone because it's more easier to read. And we have the more modern style translations, which are the New International Version and the New Living Translation. So those are like a few translations of the Bible. I feel so stuffy right now, but like I want to film, so please bear with me, guys. I need to film this video because I've been wanting to film like a Bible guide for a long time. So my voice sounds weird, but at least I understand what I'm saying, so all that matters. Okay, so the Bible is separated into two sections. We have the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Testament speaks about the creation of the earth. It speaks about God. It goes more into depth of how God created earth. Like on day one, he created this, on day two, and so on and so forth. It's basically in steps of how God created earth. Created humans, created animals, he created mountains, the rivers, the sun, the moon, the galaxies. It speaks of how he created the earth. And then the New Testament speaks more about Jesus, his upbringing, his teaching, his death, and his resurrection. I'm just going to give you a bit of a guide of what's happening. I'm not going to go in depth of the Old and New Testament. That's for you to read, for you to find out. It's very interesting. The Bible is not boring. I honestly thought it was boring, but it's not actually boring. And I want to actually, you know what? Let me actually give you a little bit of like a guide of how you actually should read the Bible, because I've read the Bible twice and I honestly don't believe I read it in the right order. I thought I did. This is the order that I found online. That is the most common. But I'm gonna just put the list somewhere because it's a lot to read. Mainly because the Bible will consist of 66 books from 40 different authors. So in the Old Testament there are 39 books, in the New Testament there are 27 books. I want to give a bit of like history of the Bible. The Bible is more or less 1,009 years old. Yeah. And the Bible was finished around 80, 90 to 100. That's when the Bible was like finished. I'm not entirely sure if it was, but it was more around 80, 90 to 100 times, which is it's a very long time, not gonna lie, honestly. And we're going to separate the Bible into sections because there are different sections of the Bible. We have the law, history, wisdom, the major prophecies and minor prophecies. We have the gospel, we have letters of Paul. Basically, Paul is one of the authors. So he wrote a lot of books of the Bible. So we quote them as books or letters that he wrote. So he has a few. So there's a little section. Then we have other letters. Then we have the prophecy, which is Revelations, which is the last book of the Bible. That book speaks about Jesus' second coming, which I am actually very excited to make a video on that one day. Not now. When God calls me to do so, then I will. But yeah. So now, we are going to be talking of the New Testament. It speaks about Jesus' teaching, his upbringing, so on and so forth. So, we can talk about Jesus' disciples. This is the order I think he found them, because they were just doing the normal day-to-day activities, and then God was like, follow me, and they stopped everything they were doing and they followed him. So the first two individuals that done that was Simon and Andrew. They are brothers and they are fishermen. Simon was named Peter. Jesus named Simon Peter. If Jesus gave me a second name, like a different name, I'll feel honored, I'm not gonna lie. And then the next two brothers that Jesus called to be his disciples is Andrew and John. Then we have Philip. Then we have Bartholomew. Then we have Matthew. Then we have Thomas. Then we have James, which name was changed to Alphaeus by Jesus. We have Thaddeus. It's also called Judas, son of James. And then we have Judas. Judas betrayed Jesus. Yes, you might have thought, oh, Jesus chose disciples that would turn into his apostles. Why would they betray him? But it was the devil planted the seeds into Judas' head and he betrayed Jesus. So, yeah. So, I want to be a bit extra and I am going to tell you what author wrote what book. Guys, I have so much notes. This is like my own personal study guide. So I'm just going to put on the screen which author wrote what books and in the different sections or categories of the Bible. There's a lot to read and I don't want to make this a long video for you guys. So when you do read the Bible, I would recommend you close your eyes, take a deep breath in, then out, and you say a prayer before you read the Bible, asking God to open your heart and your mind to what you're reading. Ask God to let you be more open-minded when you read the Bible, because whenever like two people read the Bible, they have like different opinions and different, takes on the Bible. Everyone's minds are different, not everyone thinks the same. So just ask God to just open your mind and for him to show you what you should be seeing or what you should be understanding of the Bible. But that's my little guide to the Bible. I didn't go much in depth of that. I just want to be a little bit of like the surface guide of what you should know about the Bible. But yeah, hopefully my voice will be better in the next video. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video and yeah, I'll see you in my next one.